Okay, so welcome all. So welcome to the platform of UPSC Guide. So on the platform of UPSC Guide, guys, in today's lecture we are going to do the micro analysis of ethics paper. So in the micro analysis of ethics paper, guys, in the last two lecture I discussed with you the basic syllabus of UPSC. Okay, so this is our totally integrated English batch, though I was talking some part in Hindi because it was just a beginning demo session lectures, but all our lectures here onwards will be purely in English language. Okay, so today's lecture also I will be discussing everything in English. Now in today's lecture, guys, we will be doing this micro analysis of the ethics paper. So in first two demo lectures also I showed you this part, that ethics paper is very important along with essay paper for your ultimate selection. So because in essay and ethics paper and optional paper also, I told you they are the trinity of your civil service exam, because ethics paper, essay paper and optional paper, three combined you can score up to 140, 150. And for that I also showed you some mark lists of the past students who have got selected or who could not get selected, all those students. I showed you 3-4 only in previous two demo lectures. But guys, today I will be showing you many more these mark lists of the students. So now, and then you will realize how much essay and ethics paper is important. Then, so in this, guys, so here I told you, like in this mark list, guys, here, if it is written not recommended at the end, remarks, so not recommended means that candidate got the interview ka call but did not get finally selected. He did not get any post. फिर उसके बाद, guys, here if it is written recommended, then he got selected into exam. Okay, he got the rank, got some post at least. Then if here it is written CSM not qualified, CSM not qualified means he got into the service. Okay, sorry, he gave the means but he did not get the interview ka call at all. So CSM not qualified means interview call he did not get. Not recommended means interview call he got, he appeared for the exam but final selection did not happen. And then recommended means, okay, he got the final selection, he got the post. Okay, और उसमें भी, guys, you need to keep the marks में trained. Now every year marks vary and I have mark list of different students across different years. So यहाँ पे जो 924 like marks, total marks, final marks are there. So instead of 924 marks, okay, if marks are around 1000, okay, so marks are at the range of 1000, then that means he has got very good rank, पहले top 100, 200 में. And if his marks are 1030, 1050 के range में, then he is top 10 ranker in UPSC, top 10, 20 ranker में UPSC में. So accordingly it gets decided, okay, कि how many marks you have finally. So just now with this in mind, let's take the mark list का analysis. So essay paper you can clearly check 125 marks. Then GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4. I told you GS 1, 2, 3 में even those who get selected or don't get selected, okay, hardly they could crack the 100 के ऊपर marks. They hardly could score more than 100. Then GS paper 4 में 124. Okay, and then आपके optional paper. Now optional में देखना Pol Science में 129 marks, 129 marks. तो कितने total around 260 marks optional में. And then finally written total 764. He got the interview का call और interview में he got the 160 marks. अब interview के भी marks, guys, how to read those interview के marks? So if any student has marks between 150 to 170 interview में, then 150 to 170 interview के marks means he is doing good. Okay, it's an average performance. If interview में you get below 150 marks, okay, then below 150 means that is very bad score. Below 140 means you gave very horrible answer. That UPSC panel wanted कि भाई you should not get into service at all. So अगर interview में if they give below 140 marks, that means they rejected you. Okay, if in interview you get between 150 to 170 average marks, 170 to 190 तक very good marks, and above 190, above 200 means you have given very good interview. They wanted you in a service. Okay, you perform very well. Okay, so this guy got 160 mark, which is average. So that is considering he performed well in interview. So basically, but finally total mark 924, not enough, did not get selected, did not get the final post. Okay, video मध्ये वाचा म्हणजे कॅमेरावर येईल. Then essay paper. Now this candidate also not recommended. I will show you recommended candidates also. Then essay paper में, now essay paper में देखना 110 marks. Now this is bit less. अगर इसको even in previous mark list ideally यहाँ पे 125 मार्क आए थे, he should have got 10 marks extra. इथिक्स पेपर में 124, यहाँ पे भी 10 मार्क्स एक्स्ट्रा. सो एक 20-25 मार्क्स और दोनों ऑप्शनल में 129 इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट 139 139, 10 मार्क्स एक्स्ट्रा, 40 मार्क्स एक्स्ट्रा इन 4 पेपर, 10 ये ऐसे में 10, इथिक्स में 10, ऑप्शनल में 20, he would have got selected. Now this candidate essay paper he got 110 marks, which is quite low. Here he should have scored 130 140. GS में देखना 90 84 80. Okay, इसमें भी he perform average. Then ethics paper में 149, that is very good score. But then optional में Pol Science 122 132 marks. So optional में भी if you had got 20 extra in paper 1 optional में 10-20 extra mark, and essay में at least 20 extra mark. अगर 40 extra mark had he secured, okay, और personality test में भी 151 marks, यहाँ पे भी 10-15 extra marks he should have got. Total final total was 918. अगर ये 40-50 extra if he had got, he would have got easily selected, but unfortunately not recommended. So not recommended, as I told you, final post he did not get. He got the interview का call, but final selection did not happen. Then ये भी candidate है not recommended. Recommended candidate I will show you later on. अब इसमें भी देखना, he got interview call, essay paper 127, GS 1 2 3 4 82 82 82, ethics paper 127. अगर यहाँ पे 10 marks extra, ethics में 10 marks extra had he got, and then literature Malayali language 134 marks at in paper 2 121. यहाँ पे भी had he got 10 marks extra और personality test में 149, यहाँ पे भी 10 marks extra. So interview में 10 marks extra, optional paper 2 में 10 marks extra, ethics में 10 mark extra, essay में 10 mark extra. अब 40 marks had he got, final selection he would have got selected, at least some post, lower post, but he would have got the post. Then ये candidate देखना 945 recommended, he got the post. अब ये candidate का देखना score 904, इसको जो 40 extra had he secured, he would have got selected. यहाँ पे 945 marks. Okay, he got selected, recommended, final he got into the service. Now essay paper देखना 135. I told you, you can score 135 140 in essay. Then GS 1 2 देखना 89 89 87. Ethics 129 130, that is good score, लेकिन he should have scored 10 more extra. Then optional देखना 141 130. Okay, and उसके बाद final personality test 145. And so overall 945 finally got selected. So personality test में भी 145, which is less score, यहाँ पे भी he should have scored 20-30 extra, and overall आराम से he would have got into he would have got better rank. Then एक देखना 905 recommended candidate, essay देखना 125, then GS 1 2 3 96 94 90, then GS paper 4 124. So GS 1 2 3 में even those who get selected recommended, they can't score more than 100. Okay, while essay में 125, ethics में 124, आराम से 25-30 marks extra they are getting in essay and ethics paper. And then आपका geography देखना 135-85, यहाँ पे भी geography में bit less he got. अगर had he scored more in geography, he would have easily got better post. एंड देन पर्सनल टेस्ट में 160. देन ये कैंडिडेट था रिकमेंडेड 974. ही वुड हैव गॉट वेरी गुड स्कोर, मतलब गुड रैंक, मे बी 100 to 100 का रैंक ही वुड हैव गॉट. रिकमेंडेड कैंडिडेट. ऐसे में देखना मार्क 129. GS 123 93 109 91. एंड फिर इथिक्स पेपर 4 वहां पे 135. फिर आपका ज्योग्राफी 132 123. ओके, एंड देन पर्सनल टेस्ट 162 विच इज गुड स्कोर, अबो एवरेज 162 इंटरव्यू में. सो ऐसे में देखना 29 एक्स्ट्रा अबो 100 एंड जीएस पेपर 4 में 35 एक्स्ट्रा. तो ऑलमोस्ट 35 एक्स्ट्रा हियर, 29 एक्स्ट्रा हियर. दैट 70-80 मार्क्स मैटर ट्रिमेंडसली आपके सिलेक्शन में. एंड ऑप्शनल में भी ज्योग्राफी 132 123 ही मैनेज टू डू गुड. उसके बाद ये भी कैंडिडेट देखना 994 टोटल मार्क्स. 994 टोटल मार्क्स मींस टचिंग 1000. अब सो ये 994 मार्क्स जो है विच इज वेरी गुड स्कोर टॉपर का. हिज रैंक वुड बी इन टॉप 100 विथ, आई टोल्ड यू, इफ ही टचेस 1000 का स्कोर ओवरऑल मार्क्स में, दैट मीन्स टॉपर का स्कोर. अब उसमें एसए के मार्क 133, जीएस 123 97 86 75. तो इथिक जीएस 3 में इकोनॉमिक्स के पेपर में गॉट बिट लेस मार्क 75, बट स्टिल 97 86 75 he managed to touch 300 or close to 270. GS paper 4 132. So ऐसे में 133, GS में 132, यहां पे 90 90 90 ऑन एन एवरेज GS 123 में 90 लाने, यहां पे 130 प्लस ऑप्शनल मैथमेटिक्स 133 138, पर्सनल टेस्ट 200. वेरी हाई स्कोर. इफ इंटरव्यू में 200 मार्क्स मींस दे रियली लाइक्ड यू. You have given very good interview and you got very good score. Then आपका recommended candidate 898. Okay. Then I will show you few more like super toppers. ये भी ये देखना 988 very good marks. Okay, must be having very good rank also. अब ऐसे पेपर देखना 123. Then GS 123 104 188. Then ethics paper 141. And then anthropology 133 139, and then personal test 160. Okay, so यहां पे भी देखना 9 इंटरव्यू में ही managed to score well 160 around. Anthropology देखना 133 139. So combined together anthropology में he got around 270 marks which is again good score. अब ethics में देखना 141. Okay, and essay में 123. यहां पे भी 10 एक आध एक्स्ट्रा आ जाते, but still very good score 988. He must be having top 100 200 rank in UPSC and got selected finally. ये भी एक कैंडिडेट देखना recommended 995, must be having very good score. अब ऐसे में देखना 131, ethics में देखना 115. यहाँ पे काफी कम आ गए ऐसे ethics में. He would have got 10-20 extra ethics में. GS में देखना 89 85 75. They could hardly cross the आपका 260 270 का कट ऑफ. एंड देन आपका पर्सनल टेस्ट 157. सो परफॉर्म गुड, बट इसमें भी पर्सनल टेस्ट में 10-15 एक्स्ट्रा, जीएस में 10-15 एक्स्ट्रा. ही वुड हैव गॉट वेरी ऑसम रैंक, गुड रैंक. ओके, और मैथमेटिक्स ऑप्शनल 174 169. नाउ देखना ही गॉट लेस मार्क इन इथिक्स पेपर, लेस मार्क इन इकोनॉमिक्स पेपर, ऑन एन एवरेज मार्क्स इन इंटरव्यू. But mathematics optional, he scored very high 174 169. But that is not possible. ऐसे ही कोई और optional हो, mathematics etc. people score that much. उसके बाद भी I will show you, ये भी एक देखना recommended candidate है 942, must be having 300 200 के रेंज में रैंक. अब ऐसे में देखना 122. GS 123 देखना 82 100 79. Ethics 129. सो ये जो 20-25 एक्स्ट्रा ला रहे एसएमई एंड इथिक्स में. देन पॉल साइंस में 135 132, एंड देन आपका पर्सनल टेस्ट 163. सो बेसिकली हाउ स्टूडेंट्स आर स्कोरिंग, हाउ दे आर गेटिंग सिलेक्टेड. ये भी देखना 960, गुड, लाइक मस्ट बी हैविंग गुड रैंक. ऐसे पेपर देखना 127. GS 1 2 देखना 93 83 68 एंड देन आपका GS पेपर 4 125 एंड देन ज्योग्राफी 168 134 एंड पर्सनल टेस्ट ओवरऑल 162 960 ऑल टुगेदर मार्क्स. So GS देखना 93 83 68. So all students who have even got the rank topped in UPSC, they couldn't score paper 1 2 3 में all together more than 300 marks. Okay, so GS 1 2 3 में आपको सिर्फ 270 तक मार्क लाने एंड एसए में 130 टच करना है, 130 प्लस, इथिक्स में 130 प्लस एंड दोनों ऑप्शनल में भी 130 प्लस 130 प्लस. ओके, एंड इंटरव्यू में 160 के अबोव एट एनी कॉस्ट. देन ओवरऑल 960 गॉट सिलेक्टेड. अब ये देखना सुपर टॉपर 1014 मार्क्स, एसए के मार्क देखना 135, जीएस 1 2 देखना 101 90 81. ओके, इसका रैंक टॉप 50 में होगा, ऑल इंडिया रैंक टॉप 50. डिस्पाइट दैट देखना जीएस 1 2 3 में 101 90 एंड 81, सो 290 स्कोर है. Even top 10 20 50 ranker couldn't score more than 300 in GS paper 1 2 3. Ethics में देखना 138 and then physics आपका optional paper 138 141 scored well and then personality test 190, very good score here 190. He must have given very good interview and then आपका overall final mark 1014. फिर और भी एक सुपर टॉपर दिखाता हूं आपको 1094 ऑल इंडिया फर्स्ट रैंक. ओके, सो ऑल इंडिया फर्स्ट रैंक ऐसे पेपर में मार्क देखना 1094, वेरी ऑसम स्कोर. ऐसे पेपर में मार्क देखना 137, जीएस 1 2 देखना 121 130 188. ओके, कंबाइंड टुगेदर ये सारे पकड़ लो ना, सो स्कोर्ड अराउंड 330. ओके, and then Pol Science 147 166, very awesome score in Pol Science. And then आपका personality test 193. Okay, this is what toppers mark sheet looks like. अब ये ethics में here score is less 112. Okay, but वो जो है ना Pol Science में जो compensate किए and personality test में जो compensate किए 193. Same way I will show you another topper. Again, he or she must be having top rank, मतलब top 10 में मार्क्स देखना 1063, वेरी हाई स्कोर. और उसमें एसे पेपर 131, जीएस 1 2 3 104 131 94 एंड जीएस पेपर 4 141. फिर आपका ऑप्शनल कॉमर्स एंड अकाउंटेंसी 125 एंड 150 मार्क्स. और उसके बाद पर्सनल टेस्ट में 187. तो ये ऑप्शनल जो है कॉमर्स एंड अकाउंटेंसी 275 तक मार्क आ गए, ऑप्शनल में 270 280 लाने एट एनी कॉस्ट. जीएस देखना 41 एक्स्ट्रा, इसे 31 एक्स्ट्रा 131. और जीएस 1 2 देखना 104 131 94. सो जो सुपर टॉपर है टॉप 10 रैंकर, दे स्कोर अराउंड 320 310 इन जीएस 1 2 3 और आपका फाइनल टोटल 1063. सो I have given lot of different mark list here. Okay, you can go through all this mark list. So basically फिर अब ये भी लास्ट मार्क लिस्ट देखना 1021 रिकमेंडेड कैंडिडेट. तो इसका रैंक जो है ना टॉप 100 150 के रेंज में होगा, 100 150 अराउंड. अब इसमें ऐसे पेपर देखना 122, जीएस 1 2 3 में 99 117 92, इथिक्स में देखना 124. सो एसए में 22 एक्स्ट्रा, इथिक्स में 24 एक्स्ट्रा, मैथमेटिक्स 144 154, पर्सनल टेस्ट 168. सो व्हाट इज द बेसिक लॉजिक हियर गाइज? सो दैट आई हैव बीन टेलिंग यू अबाउट इन लास्ट 2 डेमो लेक्चर्स ऑल्सो कि सबसे ज्यादा स्कोर कहां पे आ रहा है. सो एक्चुअली आप जब एमबीए की पढ़ाई करते हो ना, व्हेन यू आर स्टडीइंग एमबीए, सो एमबीए में एक कंसेप्ट आता है पेरिटो प्रिंसिपल. ओके, और उसको बोलता है इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रिनिटी, जो मैंने कहा था यूपीएससी का, या पेरिटो प्रिंसिपल. सो ये पेरिटो प्रिंसिपल क्या है एक्चुअली? सो जस्ट टू गिव यू एग्जांपल, सपोज कोई हॉस्पिटल है और वो जो हॉस्पिटल है ना, ये हॉस्पिटल में पूरे साल में लेट्स से 10,000 पेशेंट्स कम, और पूरे साल में 10,000 पेशेंट से हॉस्पिटल अपना बिजनेस करता है ऑलमोस्ट लेट्स से 100 करोड़ प्रॉफिट। नाउ इफ यू चेक दिस कि आपके क्या कहते हैं उसे 1000 स्टूडेंट्स सॉरी 10,000 पेशेंट्स 100 करोड़ का प्रॉफिट हॉस्पिटल मेड, एंड इफ यू चेक द डेटा ना वो 10,000 पेशेंट्स का, देन यू विल रियलाइज कि जो 8,000 पेशेंट्स है हु केम टू हॉस्पिटल मेड प्रॉफिट ऑफ ओनली 20 करोड़ इन जनरल ट्रेंड यू ऑब्जर्व, और जो आपके बाकी 2,000 पेशेंट्स हैं हॉस्पिटल मेड अ प्रॉफिट ऑफ 80 करोड़ फ्रॉम दोज 2,000 पेशेंट्स। तो इसको एमबीए में मार्केटिंग में बोला जाता है पैरेटो प्रिंसिपल। तो फिर ये क्या बोल रहा है पैरेटो प्रिंसिपल, कि जो हॉस्पिटल में ओपीडी होता है, वन डे पेशेंट आ गए, कोई हेडेक हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, ऐसे पेशेंट से डॉक्टर को कितने पैसे मिलते हैं हॉस्पिटल में? 200 400 500 कंसल्टिंग फी। इससे आपको 8,000 पेशेंट डील करो तो आपको मिलेंगे 20 करोड़ रुपए। लेकिन जो सीरियस वाले पेशेंट होते हैं, हार्ट सर्जरी, नी ट्रांसप्लांट वगैरह, ऐसा एक पेशेंट कितना बिल भरता है? 2 लाख 4 लाख 5 लाख, और ऐसे 20% पेशेंट से आपको आते हैं ऑलमोस्ट 80 करोड़, मतलब 80% ऑफ योर प्रॉफिट। और यही फिर अगर आपको हॉस्पिटल्स का बिजनेस बढ़ाना है, फिर वेयर यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन, तो ये जो 20% पेशेंट्स है सीरियस पेशेंट्स, इन पे फोकस करो। तो सेम आपको यही प्रिंसिपल आपकी पढ़ाई में यूपीएससी में यू हैव टू अप्लाई, कि भाई सबसे ज्यादा मार्क जहां आ रहे वो पेपर जो है वहां पे स्पेंड मोर एनर्जी। तो ऑप्शनल में एसे में यू गेट मोर मार्क्स, इथिक्स में यू गेट मोर मार्क्स, एंड आपका ऑप्शनल पेपर यू गेट मोर मार्क्स। सो व्हेनेवर यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर यूपीएससी, डू दिस कॉस्ट बेनिफिट एनालिसिस, कि हाउ मच टाइम आई एम पुटिंग, हाउ मेनी मार्क्स आई एम गेटिंग। तो ऐसे का एज आई टोल्ड यू हार्डली मेरे 60-80 आवर्स का क्लास डिस्कशन नोट्स, 250 मार्क का काम फिनिश। इथिक्स का 60-80 आवर्स का और क्लास, मेरे जो नोट्स 250 मार्क्स कवर्ड। ओके, जीएस 1 2 3 4-5 महीने वो सारे टॉपिक्स में जाते हैं क्लास में, डिस्कशन वगैरह, इतना सारा स्टडी मटेरियल दैट यू नीड टू रीड, और उसके बाद यू स्कोर हार्डली ओके आपके 40 क्या कहते हैं उसे मार्क्स में यू वोंट बी एबल टू स्कोर इवन मोर देन 80-100 in GS 1 2 3. So basically then why essay ethics paper are so important that I wanted to show you. So now we will discuss हमारा जो सिलेबस है ethics पेपर का. So then we'll do yesterday lecture also I discussed with you the basics of ethics paper. So now ethics paper में GS paper 4 उसका जो टॉपिक नाम है ethics, integrity and aptitude. And I told you कि ये जो 3 टॉपिक्स है ethics, integrity and aptitude, इसमें आपका entire syllabus is defined in these 3 words. So I told you aptitude represent आपका psychology part, okay, पेपर का. Then integrity it represent your administration का part, and ethics that is your philosophy part. So syllabus में 3 part है, philosophy, administration, psychology, and we will go to that. So आपके पेपर के सिलेबस में ethics पेपर में what you have to do, most important thing that you have to do is ethics पेपर में you will get lot of terminologies. Okay, अब lot of terminologies in a sense कि ऐसे terms integrity, ethics, aptitude, accountability, transparency, probity, etc. अब ये जो सारे terms है you need to have very clear cut understanding of these terms. So what do you understand by term integrity? What is meaning of integrity? Anyone knows meaning of integrity? What is integrity? Have you studied in mathematics in concept of integration? So what is the concept of integration in mathematics? Eleven, 12, you must have studied integration. What is the meaning of integration in mathematics? So uniting, integration and differentiation. So basically, same. What is the meaning of integration in ethics paper? It is the same meaning of integration in आपका mathematics. So this is differentiation, and basically this is integration. So what is this meaning of integration? Uniting, okay, integrating. So exactly is the same meaning of ethics, integrity in ethics paper. So what is integrity in ethics? Okay, so basically integrity in ethics means that whatever your character is, there is no gap in your character, no loophole in your character. Your character is complete. And what is complete character means? Ki bhai, I don't do corruption at all, but I don't use even government car for personal use. That is your integrity. But if you use government car for personal use, but I don't do corruption, no, there is a gap in your character, loophole in your character. So there are different terms: honesty, integrity, probity. So honesty means always speak truth. So honesty is pramanikpana. What we say, ki it comes only with respect to speaking truth. But honesty से higher आता है आपका integrity. So integrity means what? Ki whatever you do it consistently, no gap, no loophole. So I obey signal. Now I obey signal all the time. So even there is no traffic police, no CCTV camera, रात को even at 11 p.m. I am on a signal and there is a signal is red, I will follow the signal. That is what we call integrity. Okay. अब integrity से भी ऊपर आता है probity, the higher level term, probity. So what is the difference between integrity and probity? So integrity, that I don't do corruption and I don't use government car for personal use. Probity उससे higher level. Probity means I don't do corruption, but I don't let, okay, anyone else in my department do the corruption, or I will even expose corruption done by the people who were before me. Or when I will go away from my job, I will make sure no one will be able to do the corruption. I will leave the system where no one can do the corruption. That is your probity. So all these terms have clear-cut meaning, separate meaning. What is integrity? What is probity? What is ethics? What is morality, etc. What is aptitude? Now, what is aptitude in ethics paper? Now you have CSAT paper. What is the long form of CSAT paper? Civil Service Aptitude Test. So what is aptitude? Actually, aptitude means your basic potential, basic ability. So when you are appearing for UPSC, so CSAT paper, what it measures? Aapka logical reasoning, data interpretation, etc. So tomorrow, if you are IAS officer, IPS, IRS officer, deputy collector, DYSP, any post you hold, what you need to know कि भाई कोई report आता है government का, you should be able to interpret the data from that report. You should, court का कोई order आया, you should be able to do the reading comprehension कि what exactly court is saying. You should be able to read and understand court का order. So basically, to be a IAS, IPS, IRS government servant, basic aptitude, qualities that you require. Okay, that is आपका CSAT paper. What ethics paper checks is to be a civil servant, okay, which ethical qualities you need, basic aptitude. So IAS officer should be integral, honest, punctual, he should be with probity, etc. So all these terms have clear-cut meaning, and what you need to do in our discussion when we'll have our classes, you need to understand all these terms properly. So आपका philosophy, psychology and एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. ओके, अब ये जो तीन टॉपिक्स है, फिलोसॉफी, साइकोलॉजी, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के एंटायर सिलेबस. सो इथिक्स पार्ट, फिलोसॉफी, साइकोलॉजी पार्ट एंड देन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन पार्ट. सो नाउ वी विल गो ऑन डिस्कसिंग एक एक पार्ट ऑफ द सिलेबस के टॉपिक, व्हाट दे मीन एंड व्हाट वी हैव टू स्टडी इन द क्लासरूम. सो फर्स्ट इज फिलोसॉफी पार्ट. नाउ अंडरस्टैंड, फिलोसॉफी पार्ट में फर्स्ट टॉपिक इज इथिक्स एंड ह्यूमन इंटरफेस. ओके, नीति शास्त्र एंड मानवी संवाद, और उसमें 3-4 सब टॉपिक है. इसेंस, डिटर्मिनेंट्स एंड कॉन्सिक्वेंस ऑफ इथिक्स इन ह्यूमन एक्शन. तो इसमें इसेंस, सो इथिक्स एंड ह्यूमन इंटरफेस. इथिक्स एंड ह्यूमन इंटरफेस मीन सिंपली व्हाट, कि ethics paper, when you study ethics paper, first question is where you learn ethics from. So where you learn ethics from? Where you learn ethics from? Home, society, then teachers, fine. So home, society, teacher, etc. So basically this is what you have to discuss, where you learn ethics from. So when you are born, no one has any understanding of ethics. You have zero understanding of ethics, we have zero understanding of morality, and whatever we learn from the society. And so we interact with the society, human interface, manvi samvad. We communicate with the society, we interact with the society, and by our communication with the society, we learn ethical values. So here in this topic, we have to first understand or discuss what is ethics, where we learn ethics, etc. And the next topic is essence. Essence means sar, what you call naitikta ka soul. So ethics paper mein, here we have to decide what is ethics, what is the definition of ethics, how ethics is different from morality, is ethics and morality same, etc. So what is the difference between ethics and morality then? Any idea? That you attended the discussion also, na? Ethics ka discussion. Did you attend that demo session? Marathi wala? Which example? No, but that I did not give for ethics and morality. So do you people eat non-veg? So why you don't eat? Why you don't eat non-veg? So from birth you don't eat, means your family did not feed you the non-veg. So you didn't like it. Anyone else? You eat. Fine. Now he is saying he don't eat non-veg because he doesn't like it. Okay. So now he is doing something which is good. He is not killing a animal. But point is, he is being moral. Sorry, he is being ethical. He is not moral. So ethical means what? You do something because external source tells you to do something. Morality means you believe that is the right thing to do. So you don't eat non-veg because your religion says so. I am Jain, or I am Brahmin, or I belong to Varkari sect, or I am Vaishnavite, Shaivite, I belong to Lingayat community, etc. And that's why you don't eat. Then you are doing the right thing for the external reason. Because religion tells you, caste tells you, family tells you. But if you don't eat non-veg because you feel it is wrong, that is morality. But then he said, I don't eat because I didn't like it. So it is his own reason. Okay. But point is, in morality mein, these kind of reasons don't work. That I don't like it. Okay. Morality mein jo reason hote hai, they has to be based on moral laws, moral principle. I don't eat non-veg because I think animals have rights. Problem with his argument was, he don't eat non-veg because he don't like it. Tomorrow he might start liking non-veg. He might end up eating non-veg. Your liking might change. Now in one class, one girl said, I don't eat because I didn't like smell of it. Tomorrow she will like smell of it. Then in one class, one student said, I don't eat non-veg because there are a lot of vegetarian food available. So why kill animals? Okay. But fine, vegetarian food is available today. Tomorrow vegetarian food won't be available. You will start killing animals. So your reasoning is on very shaky ground. That is not acceptable in morality. Morality may you should do something with the same reason. What? This Mahavira, when he said don't eat non-veg, what was Mahavira's logic? That should be your reasoning, your logic. Which part? Mahavir's follower doesn't matter. Mahavira's follower don't eat non-veg because Mahavira said so. They are being ethical. what my point is, why Mahavira did not eat? Before Mahavira there wasn't religion, or chalo tirthankar वगैरह थे, but did he not eat because I am Jain and I shouldn't eat? Why Mahavira did not eat? Because he knew animal I shouldn't hurt, animal have rights. That should be your reasoning. Okay, so basically when you are following signal, why you obey signal? Because there is a law, there is a mamu, there is a chalan, and I will get fined. You are being ethical. Okay, but you should, if you don't eat, you follow signal, okay, because you think as a citizen it is my duty to obey the signal. Okay, that means you are being moral. And just I told you, Mahavira ka reasoning should be your reasoning. So in this case, okay, Gandhi and Baba Sahib, suppose they are on a signal, why they will follow the signal? Because there is a law, because there is a fine. So why Gandhi and Baba Sahib will follow the signal should be your reasoning to obey the signal. Okay, same way, why Mahavira did not eat non-veg should be your reasoning. Not because there is a law, or I belong to this religion, or my family doesn't allow. So such a terms you have to understand in syllabus. That is basically essence of ethics. So what is ethics, what is morality, etc. But then next question is, then which is better, being ethical or being moral? Now on this simple question, UPSC has asked 4 to 5 questions in last 8 to 10 years. So which is good, being ethical or being moral? What do you think? Give me a situation.
Neutral.
Neutral, how?
Signals are made out and
सिच्युएशन मध्ये न करू शकतो नाही का ते पूर्ण डॉक्टर असू शकतो त्या टाइमला त्याला
नाही ठीक आहे ना, but because there is ambulance you break the signal, so which is again by law allowed. No law says emergency vehicle should stop at signal. So if law allows it, it is ethical. And if you allow ambulance to pass out of your own will, you are moral. So fine now, which is better? So that is a bit high level debate that we'll discuss in the class. Why moral, being moral? Fine now. So why it is good? People should do something because they find it good to do it. So there is only one problem. We'll discuss this later on in the class very much in detail. Issue with ethics is that ethics means what? You do something because of external force, external pressure or external reason. So you obey signal because there is a law and there is a CCTV camera. You are being ethical. But the problem is that if tomorrow there is no CCTV camera or CCTV camera is not operating or there is no traffic policeman, you will start breaking the signal. So by ethics, you can get the things done as long as there is a external pressure. The moment pressure is gone, people will stop following the signal rules. But if people believe morally that as a citizen it's my duty, then they will obey the signal irrespective of all condition. Okay. So रात को even 10 PM, there is no CCTV camera, there is no traffic policeman, but signal is red, you will obey the signal. So because of morality, ethical behavior become very strong. Ethically, it is out of pressure. The moment pressure gone, morality gone, or your rules gone. But then problem is, for everyone to obey signal, because he believes as a citizen it's my duty, it is a very, very, what do you call, idealistic, adarshatmak. Expecting that every person on the road is like Buddha and Mahavira and Gandhi and Ambedkar, impossible. Or if you think people will stop eating non-veg one day when every person on earth is like Mahavir, okay, that is very idealistic. And that's why Not everyone can be like Mahavir, not everyone can be like Gandhi and Ambedkar. There will be a people with some sick mentality who will not obey the signals, and to put them in place, what you need is a police ka danda. What you need is a law. What you need is a fine, penalty. So being moral is good because it is a very strong thing. If people are moral, they will obey the rules very strongly. But everyone can't be moral. That's why we need ethics. So you need to balance both ethics and morality. You need to have laws also, and you need to have value education in schools, etc., to build the morality. Okay. So these kind of debates we have to discuss what is essence of ethics, and in this then we have to debate a lot of things like moral, immoral, amoral. Okay. So I told you in the last lecture, moral means you saved someone's life. Immoral, you killed someone. Amoral means you were in zoo and tiger killed someone. अब भाई टाइगर किल्ड समवन, टाइगर को समझ में आता है व्हाट इज मोरालिटी, व्हाट इज इमोरालिटी. टाइगर हैड नो एब्सोल्यूट सेंस ऑफ व्हाट इज राइट एंड रॉन्ग, एंड सो टाइगर किल्ड this human being. He can't be considered moral or immoral. So we have to discuss all this debate in this topic, essence of ethics: moral, immoral, amoral. Okay. Now why this debate matter? Now see, where you learn ethics from? Society. So if you are born in jungle like Mowgli, will you develop morality? No. So Mowgli kind of kid who is living in jungle comes to city and kills someone. Can he be considered immoral? Amoral. And that's what below 18 years, जो हमारा गवर्नमेंट का लॉ है, जुवेनाइल जस्टिस एक्ट, below 18 years के जो बच्चे हैं, why we don't put them in a jail? Okay, because they haven't developed the full sense of morality, and that's why they are not considered criminal, they are considered amoral. So all these terms we will discuss and how to apply them in the situation, even to the law, society, that we have to discuss. Then next topic is determinants of ethics. Determinants means what? What determines ethics? How ethics get decided, determined. So what is determinants of ethics? How things get decided? So determinants means when you do any action, how your action get decided, it is right or wrong. How you determine आपका जो behavior, your behavior is right or wrong. So determinants may understand, generally there are a lot of determinants. When we will discuss in the class, we will discuss a lot of determinants, but there are two major determinants in ethics. One is end result, consequences. Another is your action, karma, duties, deontology, rules. So your morality either is in rules, regulation, deontology, or your morality is in the consequences. So that example I gave you, that you rob a medical shop to save a baby. Okay. What is the end result of action? Baby's life got saved. So according to one school of thought, determinant of morality is end result. According to another school of thought, determinant of morality is action, karma. So you should focus on action. According to other, you should focus on end result, consequence. Now in दोनों में, लेकिन फिर some people or thinkers say you rob a medical shop to save a baby, but if everyone start robbing a medical shop, there will not be any more medical shops. And no one will run the medical shops, and tomorrow then there will not be medicines available and more people will die. And that's why robbing is a wrong thing. So morality lies in actions, morality lies in consequences. So terrorist ask you where the school is. Okay, then lie. You can't tell the truth. So even if you lie, which is the wrong action, as a consequence you saved the life. Okay, so morality may one school says that determinant of morality is consequences, another school says determinant of morality is action, your duties. But there are many other also, like one determinant of morality says that morality may you should be focusing on human rights. Okay, rights, ethics. So that is again separate theory. So lot of determinants I will discuss with you. Okay, you will get hundreds of determinants in class. It is not such a easy situation or easy thing. And then next is consequence of ethics in human actions. Okay, consequences of ethics. Now consequence of ethics means what? Now see, if you look around in a society, then those people who are unethical, they are actually enjoying life. And those are ethical actually suffer more. अब गांधी देखो, got shot dead. तो फिर why one should act ethical? What is the advantage of being ethical? What are the consequences of ethics in human action? So in Marathi, there was one drama, Yada Kadachit, on Mahabharata. Uska, they have done a mimicry on Mahabharata, or what you call comedy version of Mahabharata. And in that version, Bhim asks Krishna, Lord Krishna, that why are we like हम जो in Indian philosophy we say कि truth always triumphs in the end. सत्य हमेशा अंत में जीतता है. तो then Bhima's character says कि why truth always triumphs in the end. भाई सत्य पहले कभी क्यों नहीं जीतता, हमेशा एंड में ही क्यों जीतता है? So point is, those people who live, अभी एक ना पांडवास, they lived morally, but they suffered more. And Kauravas, who lived wrong or did all unethical things, they lived very good life. So point is, why live ethically when you suffer more? Karna again. Try to live not ethically, but again suffered. So if ethically GK, if there is more suffering, then why one should be ethical? The basic question is simple. What is the consequence of ethics in human action? So then why you would like to be ethical? If there is a more suffering, then why one should be ethical?
एखादी गोष्ट चांगली गोष्ट तिथे बुवा कसं पण बाबा असं झालं ना काहीतरी पर्स्पेक्टिव्ह आपल्याला विचार असतात ते सोडून चालत नाही.
Why? What is the advantage of you sticking to your values, sticking to your principles?
आपले गोल सेट
Pardon?
आपल्याकडे दुसरे दुसरा म्हणजे आता
So what is the advantage of for you of that? That other people will look at you, you living very ethical life. That's fine, they will do it. What is the advantage to you?
ते स्वतःच्या विचारानुसार ते विचारावादी असते.
Fine, idealistic. But what is the point of being idealistic? Satisfaction. So, but why you have to change the world? No one told you to change the world. You live your life idealistically, let the world live the way they want. So basically, this is what debates we have to do in the class. So most of the people, okay, when they live their life or carry out their life, most of these people actually act ethically because they think there is a God and hell and heaven and I will get punished. नरक नको, मरने के बाद I don't want to go to hell, I want heaven. So most of the people focus on or do ethical or live ethical for some reward, benefit. But the point is then, tomorrow, if you come to know there is no God, no hell, nothing, no heaven, God don't judge us on morality. Then why act ethical? Why act moral? There's no need to be ethical, no need to be moral. So then why act ethical? What is the consequence of being ethical in human action? So one point is said ki atma santushti, that you get ego satisfaction by acting as per your values, principle, you feel good about it. Okay, but then point is, if you don't feel good about it, आपको लगता है by living as per my principle, it is actually very problematic. Now when I go home, on every signal people break the signals, and if I follow the signal na, पीछे से they will keep on honking. Rather it is very irritating. So why should I, like, following my principles? Actually, it is very harassing one. There is no satisfaction. Then why should I act ethical? So point is, you shouldn't be acting ethical for any reason at all. You should be acting ethical because it is right. That's it. One shouldn't hurt animal, not because there is some advantage of not hurting animal. Yeah, if I hurt animal, I will go to hell. Okay. You shouldn't hurt animals because that is wrong. Niti Shastra mein you don't need the reason to do something. There are some things which are right and you should do it, no matter what the consequences are. Okay, but so such a debates we have to do, ki consequence of ethics in human action, etc. This topic, in this topic, and then there is next topic, dimension of ethics. Now this is very, very vast topic. Large part of our syllabus we are going to discuss. Okay, in this dimensions of ethics. अब ये जो है dimensions of ethics, उसमें understand कि what are different dimensions. So ethics के there are 4-5 dimensions. एक applied ethics, then descriptive ethics, then normative ethics, and then आपका meta ethics. There are 4 dimensions of ethics. What you call नीति शास्त्र के पहलू, branches of ethics in simple language. Now these 4 branches. One is, I told you, descriptive ethics. What is this descriptive ethics branch? And this part of syllabus, मतलब आपका 30 hours of our class, we will be discussing dimension of ethics only, 20, 25, 30 hours. So उसमें dimension of ethics में there are different dimensions, and all these debates also come under the dimensions of ethics. So basically dimension of ethics में first dimension is descriptive ethics. Descriptive ethics, what we call वर्णनात्मक नीति शास्त्र. So वर्णनात्मक नीति शास्त्र means what? Now suppose I am a ethics का thinker. I went to America, Europe. Now I am in America, Europe. I look around the world. और मुझे अमेरिका यूरोप में I observed that American European people don't live with their parents. Okay, their couple or their older people, they live alone. Now I come to India and I see all grown-up kids live with their parents. Okay, so now इस केस में what is description? That India में kids live with their parents, and if you don't take care of your parents, you are unethical. America, Europe में kids don't live with their parents, and there is no moral duty that you have to take care of your parents. इसमें I did not say who is right and who is wrong. I just described what is situation in America, what is situation in India. This is called descriptive ethics. You only describe what is happening in different religions, etc. Then comes आपका ये what you call normative ethics. Now same है descriptive ethics का और एक example. Now suppose I study different religions from ethics का angle. Now I studied Islam, Christianity. तो Islam, Christianity में non-veg eating is allowed. People eat a lot of non-veg. Then Hinduism में non-veg is a debate. In many castes it is allowed. For many gods it is allowed. But sometimes it is totally forbidden. Some days you shouldn't eat. On festival you shouldn't eat. Okay. On particular months you shouldn't eat. बुद्धिज्म में you can eat a meat of dead animal. Okay, if animal is dead naturally, you can eat. अब कोई animal है, tree fallen on it, an animal died, you can eat a meat. Yeah, some animal, what do you call, accidentally got killed, or some animal was attacked by a wild animal but couldn't drag that animal. So we used to even kill and eat or eat that animal. So if you haven't killed it, Buddha said nothing wrong. You can eat a meat of dead animal. Mahavira said you shouldn't be eating animal meat at all. Okay. So now descriptive ethics में I just studied different religion and what is the moral law in different religion. That is basically descriptive ethics. But इसमें problem is I did not say which religion is right, which religion is wrong. I only studied what happens in which religion. But I say the religion that in which non-veg eating is allowed are wrong, and religions that don't eat non-veg are good. I am passing judgment. I am passing norm, and that is next branch, normative ethics. Okay, where you decide what is right and wrong. So basically, normative ethics का issue. Now suppose you go to a doctor, and doctor को you told I have very high BP, high sugar, high cholesterol, वगैरह. I am not feeling well. Doctor did all your blood tests, and doctor said you have very high BP, high sugar, high cholesterol. You are also having dengue, you are having COVID, etc. Take these reports and wait to die. What doctor did is your description. What you want from doctor is, what you want from doctor? Cure the disease means what you want? Prescription. That's why give me the solution. Tell me the norm. And that's why normative ethics has another name, prescriptive ethics. So one branch is descriptive ethics, another is normative ethics, and there is a third branch, meta ethics. Now meta ethics में issue क्या है? So I told you, different religion में which religion eats non-veg, which religion don't eat non-veg, आपका descriptive ethics. Normative ethics में which religion is good, which religion is bad, that is norm. But before that you have to answer some higher level question कि whether eating animals is wrong. Suppose eating non-veg is wrong, killing animal is wrong. But if killing animal is wrong, then higher level question, then what about lion? When lion kills a rabbit, is lion unethical? They don't have ethical value. Fine. But suppose lion have ethical value. Nature balance राहणार नाही. Fine. There won't be a balance in nature. But suppose he has an ethical value. Does he have an option to eat grass? No. So animal can't eat grass, or lion can't eat grass. So how can we decide then he is ethical or unethical? So tomorrow you end up on an island and you have nothing to eat. So you killed animal and ate. Can you be considered immoral then? Got it? This higher level question we have to answer in meta ethics. And suppose animal have rights. Fine, animals have rights. Who gave me the duty to protect their rights? Am I answerable to protect their rights? Okay, and if I am not answerable to protect their rights, then basically आपका this meta ethics में that fine animal have rights, but God did God give me duty to protect their rights? These all higher level question comes under meta ethics. And if you understood all this, okay, from this information, now suppose you are IAS officer tomorrow and you created a law for India. Animal Cruelty Towards Animal Act, Wildlife Protection Act, etc. Then this is what we call applied ethics. So whatever knowledge you got, you applied in a administration by law, rules. So there are 4 dimensions of ethics that we have to discuss: descriptive ethics, normative ethics, meta ethics, applied ethics. And large part of our debate, we are going to discuss these thinkers, these debates. और उसमें normative ethics, what I told you, normative ethics talks about norms, rules, regulations. So normative ethics में how you decide killing animal is right or wrong. Okay. So suppose you are on island, there is nothing to eat, you killed an animal, but suppose there are 10 people on island and there is nothing to eat, and there is a one bull. So you killed one bull, ate, 10 people's life got saved. They survived 3-4 days by eating the bull, and next day they got rescued from that island. So what happened? One bull got killed, 10 humans' life got saved. So your end result was good. 10 people got saved. Your action was killing the bull. So how you decide what is right and wrong? So ये जो I told you, determinants of ethics. Morality is in end result, morality is in action. They all come under the normative ethics. So under normative ethics, there are different branches. One is virtue ethics, what we call Sadgun Niti Shastra. Then another is consequentialist ethics. That says Niti Shastra or morality lies in consequences. Third is your deontology ethics, which says morality is in duties. And then fourth is आपका rights ethics, which says morality is in fundamental rights. Okay, and there we have to discuss, do the lot of debate there. So ethics में there are 4 dimensions: descriptive, normative, meta, applied. And in normative, again there are 4 branches. One is virtue ethics. Under virtue ethics, okay, you have to study Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, Buddha, Mahavira, etc. Then there is a consequentialist ethics, and where you have to study thinker like Jeremy Bentham, John Stuart Mill. Then there is deontology ethics. In deontology ethics, you have to study Immanuel Kant, Bhagavad Gita, Gandhi, all these thinkers. And then there is a rights ethics, fundamental right ka theory, John Locke ka. So rights ethics. So basically, different thinkers gave their different norm to decide what is right and what is wrong. And accordingly, there are different branches in normative ethics. Okay, so that I told you now, that when animals, you don't eat you studied, animals should have rights, etc., etc. Then you created a law, Wildlife Protection Act, Cruelty Towards Animal Act, that is application in the law. That is your applied ethics. Okay, so you are trying to implement morality on society through the laws. That is basically applied ethics. Then there is a next topic, ethics in private and public relation. Now what this topic says, ethics in private and public relation. Now see, morality, ethics में, there are 3 types of moralities. Personal, what you feel right and wrong. Professional, when you work in some job. Now profession can be anything, private sector or government job. Okay. Now suppose you are IAS officer tomorrow, or you are in a private company, you are working. You are working in private company. Now suppose you all people work for me. I am a manager. You are 20 people who work for me, and all you 20 people, I pay you 1 lakh salary. So per month I pay you 20 lakh salary. Now I don't want, like recession is going on, I can't spend 20 lakh rupees. I want to cut my expenditure by 4 lakh rupees. So I have one option for you. I will terminate 4 of you from the job. 16 people I will keep on job, and I will pay them 1 lakh salary. One option A, I will remove 4 people from job. Second option, I will reduce everyone's salary by 20,000 rupees. But I will not remove anyone from the job. Which option should I follow, A or B? B, reduce everyone's salary by 20,000. That's what you feel right and wrong. Okay. But I told my HR, remove 4 non-performing, underperforming people from the job. Okay, or you are my HR and I told you remove 4 people from the job and you feel no, it is wrong, we should rather reduce the salary. What you feel right and wrong and what I told you as an organization, right and wrong. Private ethic and public relation. So as a public angle say. Now, so there can be conflict between personal ethics and professional. Now, profession can be of 2 types. Profession can be a private company. Profession can be a government job. So suppose you are a government servant. Now he says he don't eat non-veg. Tomorrow you got selected into the service. Okay. Now you got selected into the service. You are a BDO in a district. You are running the midday meal scheme. Or government made a law that in midday meal scheme, every Friday there should be eggs and non-veg. Now you think eating egg or non-veg is wrong, immoral. What will you do? There is a conflict between what you think right and wrong and what government is telling you to do. Your personal and administrative ethics, public ethics. Got it? So how this conflict happen, etc., that we have to discuss in this part. Then next part, psychology part of the syllabus, इसमें first topic is human values. What is values? And lessons from the lives and teachings of great leader, reformer and administrators. Now ये जो है ना human values, the topic. Basically first we have to understand what is values, and there is another term आगे जाके attitude. So what is value and what is attitude? There are 2 different terms or 2 different concepts. Now understand what is value. So values are very strongly linked to your personality. Values define your life. Attitudes are not so strongly linked to your personality. So point is, you believe in something so strongly that everything in your life you do as per that principle, as per that belief, then it is your value. So value, for example, you are late for the class and your friend says, okay, he is late for the class, 5 minutes, 10 minutes late. So he or she will not come today. Because if he or she comes, he or she always comes on time. So what your friends think that you are very punctual, you are always on time. Okay. So they consider punctuality very, that you take punctuality very seriously. So punctuality is not your belief, it is not your attitude, it is your value system. So values are such a principle by which your entire life gets defined. People use it as an adjective for you. He is very punctual. So when you say Gandhi, what comes to your mind? Non-violence. So Gandhi के लिए non-violence wasn't a belief. Gandhi के लिए non-violence was value. Okay. Same way आपका ये जो है attitude. Now what is the difference between belief, value and attitude? Attitudes, they are always towards something. Values are general, they appear everywhere. So for example, Gandhi के लिए non-violence was a value system. Means what? Gandhi never used to drink, I told you, milk of a cow, because that milk is also for the uska bachda. So non-violence means everywhere. Forget about eating animal or so on. Whether democratic issue or eating non-veg or drinking milk, nowhere Gandhi would use the violence. So Gandhi ke liye non-violence was a entire life, every decision. But if you think that I should be non-violent, but non-veg can be eaten, we shouldn't drop nuclear bomb on Pakistan, we shouldn't support US-Iran war, but non-veg can be eaten. So non-violence is not your value system. It is your attitude. You have non-violent attitude towards political issues. You have non-violent attitude towards international issues. But towards animal, you are violent. So attitudes are always towards something. Okay, values are totally generalized. Okay, which? Okay, fine. So, you also have test? Okay, fine. So basically, values. So values are generalized. So non-violence. Attitude, I told you, is always towards something. So basically, everything starts with belief, your thoughts. Beliefs become stronger and become the values. Okay. So you follow signal day and night, every time, everywhere. I follow the signal. Then following signal is your value system. But if you follow signal only when I'm not late for the office, I will follow. Yeah, I am late for the office, I will break the signal. Then that is not value, it is attitude. Attitude based on whether I am late or not. Okay. So in this topic, we have to discuss this basic concept. What is belief, what is values, what is attitude, etc. And then we have to study lessons from the lives and teachings of great leader, reformer, and administrator. So in normative ethics, I told you there are 4 branches in normative ethics: virtue ethics, consequentialism, deontology, rights ethics. Or usme we are going to study lot of people: Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, Buddha, Mahavira, Kant, Bentham, then आपका John Locke, Gandhi, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna. And then other than that, there are a lot of leaders, reformers like Patel, Nehru, Baba Saheb, okay, Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, or many other reformers like Mahatma Phule, Savitribai Phule. We have to study, or Rajaram Mohan Rai, etc. Or thinkers, okay, like thinkers like आपका Kabir Ji, Tulsidas, Tukaram Maharaj, Dyaneshwar Maharaj, then Acharya Shankar Dev, etc. So lot of thinkers also you need to study. And then the role of family, society, and educational institution in inculcating values. And where we learn values from, वो जो topic था, ethics and human interface. So where you learn values from? Family, society, education. Now see, in syllabus they have given three terms: family, society, educational institution. Now याद रखना, in UPSC, one thing you need to keep in mind that, okay, first of all, if you want good marks, then don't write answers that others are going to write, exactly same answers. You have to write something different. तो पहले कंप्यूटर एग्जाम का one rule I told you first demo lecture में, write more than others or write different than others. So if they ask you question, what are the reasons for 1857 revolt? They will not ask you such an easy question. But what are the reasons for 1857 revolt? Then if they give you 7 or 8 reasons, other students write, you write 10 to 12 reasons. Write more than them, get more marks. But suppose they ask you question, ethics में, explain the role of 3 socializing agents in inculcating values. So which 3 socializing agents you will write who inculcate values? Pardon?
Family, society, and education.
Any 3 that you can write.
Thinkers.
No, like personalities. Great personality you learn values from. Fine. Where else you learn values from? Where else you learn values from? Other than family, education, etc. Now see, if UPSC asks this question now, explain the role of 3 socializing agents in formation of values. And if 15,000 student writing mains ना, तो उसमें से 12-13,000 students will only write role of family, role of society, role of education. You exactly don't write these values. If you want more marks, then don't write these. Why? Because they have given these three in syllabus, but they are not so important to shape the values. उससे भी there are so many things who shape our values that they have not mentioned. Now, how much of time you people spend with your parents discussing something daily? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour. How much of time you are on social media? Whether Iran is correct or India is correct, or there are US is correct, or some people are India में protesting for death of Iran's president, it is right or wrong, etc. All your thinking is getting shaped by social media. Social media, the amount of time, especially Gen Z is spending on social media, okay, nowhere comparable to family time, etc. Today, social media is most strong agent, nowhere mentioned in the syllabus, but write that one. And that I will tell you how to do that. Then most powerful agent, other than these three, who determine our values today, is आपका technology. Social media is also one technology. Now, why technology? Now see, why our grandmother never said, I want to fight in the battle, in combat role. Why she did not want to go to border and fight for country? Why today our sisters are saying that they want to join the army, navy, air force? Basically, issue was in our grandmother's time period, great grandmother's time period, or thousands of years before that, women could never fight. Fighting means take a 4-5 kg ka sword and ride a horse into the battlefield. Not possible. But today, you don't need muscle power in the battlefield. Guns are very lightweight. You just have to pull the trigger. Yeah, in Iran ka battle, Kuwait mein one F-15-16 fighter jet was shot dead. And when that fighter jet fell down, Kuwait mein, there was a lady fighter. Now even women are fighting, so plane mein you just have to sit, press the button, and missile will do the job. Okay, and that's why कि आपका ये जो है role of family society, this is not so important जितना technology is important, because technology totally changed what women can't do and can do. Okay, so entirely women का total life has been changed by the technology. ये जो साबरीमाला का issue, साबरीमाला में female should not be allowed. Now it was okay thousands of years. Okay, when female are menstruating, they can't go to the temple. But today we have sanitary pad, all these options are available. Female can go and attend the temple. So a technological change have changed women's life so much. And that's why फिर आपका कि family society they are good, but they are not so strong. So if question comes in UPSC, how you have to get more marks smartly? You write role of 3 agents in shaping your values. Then one you write technology, दूसरा you write social media, and third is आपका constitution. Now understand what you feel right and wrong, what religion thinks right and wrong, what family says right and wrong. Nothing decides what is right and wrong today. What is right and wrong today is decided by constitution. Okay, and that's why constitution is what most strongest socializing agent. Entire laws get decided by that. Whether you like that law or not doesn't matter. And you obey the law, obey the law, obey the law. And eventually, now you made a SC Atrocity Act. People will not say anything to the people of SC community. Slowly, over the generation after generation, okay, there will not be caste discrimination. We have secularism. Whether people like it or not, they have to behave in a secular way. Overall, next generation, India mein there will be secular people. So your values today get shaped more by constitution. And nowhere in the syllabus they have given, okay, roll up, mention of constitution. So this is how, so when I will discuss this topic, role of family, society, education, institution, I will be discussing more than 20 socializing agents who shape your values. And I will explain in detail how they shape the values. So कौन से 20 agents है to shape the values? तो पहला biology. Even biology shapes your values. How? Okay, basically, you want to learn ethics paper when you all sitting in class. To learn ethics also, you need basic brain functioning. If any kid, autism का बच्चा है या Down syndrome, etc., they will never learn the ethics. They will never able to grasp ethics के concept. So even to behave ethically, you need some basic IQ to understand ethics के concepts. So even biology is necessary for value development. उसके बाद your family, parents, grandparents, siblings, they shape. Then आपका education, then आपका peer group, friend circle, they also shape your values. Then social media, then movies that you watch, then role models that you said ki this ideal role models, that if you like Abdul Kalam, you like Swami Vivekanand, you learn lot of values from them. Okay, then reading books, you read a lot of values. Then society, culture, religion, from them we learn a lot of values. And then constitution, laws, administration, even your geography. Even geography shapes your values. How geography shapes the values? Can anyone give example how geography shapes your values?
आसपास भूगोल क्षेत्र कसं त्याचं पण
How?
एका ठिकाणी जास्त पाऊस पडतो किंवा एका ठिकाणी वाळवंट असते किंवा एका ठिकाणी बर्फ असतो.
एका ठिकाणी? So how it shapes values? Geography and values का relation. And this is what they ask UPSC में. Now see, Islam and Christianity. Islam born in Middle East, spread there. Christianity born in Middle East, spread to Europe. In both these locations, you don't have the luxuriant vegetation. You don't have rainfall. You don't have enough vegetables production, milk production, food production. Automatically, वहाँ पे had in Christianity and Islam, they have made the rule you don't eat non-veg. Islam and Christianity would not have spread. And had in but in India में Hinduism flourished in India. India में your tropical climate, monsoonal climate, lot of rainfall, your lot of vegetation food available, and your lot of आपका this what do you call milk production, cows or animals etc. and even food production. So India में you can be vegetarian and still survive. Middle East, Europe में you can't be vegetarian and survive. Automatically regions that came there did not talk about non-veg eating, but India में non-veg eating became the issue. So basically then why even this issue कि geography, how it shapes the value system. Then even organization you work for example, if you work for any private company, TCS or Wipro, Infosys, etc., you will have to follow their laws, rules. Yeah, if you get selected in IS, IPS, then you have Civil Service Code of Conduct rule. Okay, you have to follow those conduct rules also. So if you work for any organization, they shape the value. So I said 10-20 socializing agents, I will show you in the class, we will discuss in the class who shape your values. The next topic is attitude. Content, structure, function, its influence and relation with thought and behavior. अब ये जो topic है ना, it is very what do you call technical topic, so I will not discuss about it more, but basically your beliefs become attitude, your attitude become the values. अब I told you कुछ time पहले, what is the difference between attitude and values? Values are very strongly linked. They define your life, they define your personality. Attitudes are superficial, not so strong. And attitudes are always towards something. Towards means like I don't eat non-veg at all. That is value system. I don't eat eggs, I don't drink milk, I don't eat any animal. That means I have value system. It is there everywhere. Okay. But I love dogs, but I eat chicken. Then I have non-violent attitude towards dogs and I have violent attitude towards chicken. That is not value system. If it is a value system, then whether a dog or a donkey, any animal, I will always be non-violent towards them. So values are everywhere. Attitudes are always towards something. So issue is why this topic, only now understand why this topic syllabus में. The point is attitude में India में major problem, why UPSC wants you to study this topic. India में we only have values, sorry, attitudes, we don't have values. Means what? India में, now I asked yesterday also, anyone in the class who think कि गंदगी is okay, unhygienic things are good or okay? No one? So no one wants unhygienic things. Then why India में so much of garbage on the roads? Now see, Indian people, they will keep their home very clean, their table very clean. Same people who are sitting in library, they will keep library very clean. They will keep their home, their bedroom, everything very clean. Okay. But the same, why not on the street? Why not keep the roads clean? So attitude is only towards my room, my bedroom, my cubicle, etc. If it is a value system, it will come everywhere. My room, my cubicle, then washroom of UPSC guide or sadak pe, road. Anywhere I will not do the garbage. I will maintain the hygienic things. Okay, and that's what same issue. So India में कि ये जो difference between value and attitude, और उसमें फिर we have to study lot कि how, what is attitude, उसका definition etc. and how attitude gets shaped, where we learn attitudes from. Lot of theories are there, और उसमें we have very interesting debate. You will enjoy this topic most. It's very technical topic but very enjoyable. अब इंडिया का एक बहुत प्रॉब्लम है एटीट्यूड शेपिंग में, वैल्यू शेपिंग में, कि इंडिया में we will be discussing almost 12-13 theories of attitude formation, attitude change. लेकिन उसमें in that attitude formation change, problem with India is now we only focus on punishment to shape the attitude. We never focus on reward mechanism. What I mean by that, now you break the signal, they will give you 500 rupees ka fine. But suppose you are a person who always obeys signal. Did government ever reward you for obeying signals? So government only fines people, never rewards. How America, Europe में they do the things? Sweden में उनका जो कैमरा है हाईवे पे, if you drive speedily, then वो कैमरा takes the photograph, finds the cars who are over speeding, but camera at the same time also takes the photograph of cars who never overspeed. They all the database, and then from that database they take the name, select the name of any random person who never does the overspeeding, who never breaks any signal, and whatever fine they collected, they give that fine to those people as a reward. India में only negative behavior is punished, positive behavior is never rewarded, and that's why attitude, you punish bad people, that is necessary obviously, but those who are good, what is the use for them? Like just now I told you, if I stand on the signal, people will keep honking me, it is actually harassment. Okay, why then I should keep following signal? So by those who are doing good, you should reward them. India में this is not there. So यही, once you join the system, okay, you need to know how people think, how people behave. Okay, so attitude, and then attitude में there is one topic, moral and political attitude. They have given in syllabus 2, moral and political. Moral attitudes, this moral attitude का part we are going to study in this part itself, ethics के part में. So morality में there are a lot of different types of attitudes. Okay, ethical egoism, that I only think about my own morality. Ethical altruism, I think about other people. Consequentialism, that morality lies in consequences. Deontology, morality lies in duties. Rights at ethics, morality lies in fundamental rights. So there are different moral attitudes. Same way there are different political attitude. Political attitude means leftist, rightist, communist, socialist, etc. Republic, Democrat, etc. This is what you study in Pol Science paper. Here also we have the political attitudes. Then comes the concept of emotional intelligence. Now what is this concept of emotional intelligence? Basically, now see, emotional intelligence, भावनिक बुद्धिमत्ता. So understand, human personality is made up of 5, like 8-10 factors. So what these 8-10 factors are? So one is आपका personality में, like emotional intelligence में. One is personality में, one is intelligence, another is memory, sensation, perception, attitude, values. These all come under the आपका it all come under the आपका personality. So personality में you have attitude, values, beliefs, memory, intelligence, sensation, perception, lot many things. Now intelligence, maybe there are 3 types of intelligence. One is analytical intelligence. Analytical intelligence means what your CSAT paper measures: aptitude, logical reasoning, mathematics, that part. That is आपका IQ, one type of intelligence. Another is practical intelligence. Practical intelligence means these garage mechanic, plumbers, all these people, they have what we call as a street smart. Okay, that is second intelligence. And then there is a third kind of intelligence, what you call social intelligence. Intelligence that you require to be a good member of society. And if you want to be a good member of society, then you can't be whimsical person, you can't be moody person, you can't just say whatever comes to your mouth. You have to understand when to speak what. Okay, you can't always speak emotionally, or sometimes you can't always speak intelligently. Now suppose you have a friend, his father died, and his father was very criminal kind of person, and you are very rational person. Still you can't go and say by अच्छा हुआ that it's good your father died, he was a problem to the society. You have to be sympathetic. So you can't be intelligent all the time, and you can't be emotional also. If you are on the road and vehicle is coming very fast towards you, by there is no point in looking at the vehicle and screaming. Either jump, lie down, do whatever, but take a decision. So you can't be extremely emotional, and you should not be extremely intelligent. Your emotion should guide the intelligence. Intelligence should guide the emotions. That is very important. So if you want to be a good member of society, first thing what you need is a control over your own emotions. And that's what basically concept of emotional intelligence. You should be able to regulate your emotions in any situation. Even in stressful situation, you should be able to regulate. And so then emotional intelligence mein, we have to discuss 2 things. Concept of emotional intelligence mein, basically what is the definition of emotional intelligence and what emotional intelligence is made up of. There are 5 components of emotional intelligence: empathy, self-awareness, self-regulation, then intrinsic motivation, etc. So that one theory we have to discuss. And then in the syllabus, you have another topic: utility and application of emotional intelligence in governance and administration. Once you studied emotional intelligence, you have to understand how this is applicable in the governance, administration. Now, usme there is one serial, I don't know whether you have seen it or not, Panchayat. There was one Bollywood ka serial, Amazon Prime pe there is one serial. Serial was about one village secretary who after selection goes to some village as a secretary there to do the basic village ka job. और उसमें they have to, the one web series ka episode was on population control, and they have to write a slogans on a walls to create awareness about population control. And so he gets the list of slogans, and he was writing वो slogan on the walls of villages, वो घरों के walls पे he was writing. Slogan was हिंदी में 2 बच्चे मीठी खीर उससे ज्यादा बवासीर. तो मतलब कि 2 बच्चे, like 2 kids is a sweet dish, 3rd kid is literally piles or pain in the ass. Now when he was writing that slogan, one guy comes with 2 kids in hand and 1 kid walking with him. So you are telling that guy कि your 3rd kid is piles, okay, bawasir. So point is, you are creating a policy, but by what policy ka, what will be the impact on the society? So you are humiliating people who have more than 2 kids. You are making joke on them. So when you run the administration, you need to be extremely emotionally intelligent. Same way, Maharashtra में 2019 के around, there was a flood in Kolhapur district, and flood, Krishna river was overflowing. Krishna river goes to Karnataka, and as it enters Karnataka, there is the Almaty Dam. Now Maharashtra government failed to communicate to the Karnataka government to open the gates of Almaty. Very heavy rainfall was happening on Maharashtra side, and they did not open the gates, or Sara backwater flooded the Kolhapur ka city. 4-5 days Kolhapur ka city got flooded. Then CM was in Delhi, election was going to be there, dealing with seat sharing, etc. That news got circulated. People got very angry. And when CM was planning to visit Kolhapur, people literally thrown stones at his convoy. And so the administration said, let's not come to this area, people are very angry. And us time pe, there was one video of IPS officer. People were very angry at him, and he was standing on his jeep, and people were shouting at him. And that IPS officer only said one thing. He did not use intellectual issues or argument. We failed to communicate to the Karnataka, they did not open the gate, this happened, that happened, IMD ka report was wrong, there was very heavy rainfall and so on. He just told to those people there that I can understand your pain. My IPS ka quarter is also in Kolhapur, or pura first floor of my quarter is in water. My TV, fridge, sofa, everything has been gone under water. And now I am living, my wife is living in a storeroom on a terrace with my daughter for last 2-3 days. Now once he's told that, all people felt ki bhai, he is also suffering like us only. There is no point shouting on him. And all situation got diffused. Just because you are police officer, you can't start lathi charging them. And this is what, when to do what, is basically emotional intelligence ka use. And in 2019 ka mains ka exam, same year UPSC asked same case study, disaster has happened, and you went to rescue the people, but people are very angry because government responded late, and they even attacked one of your team member. So in this situation, how you will handle the situation? Entire case study was on the topic of emotional intelligence. Now in emotional intelligence, then comes the topic, there is one linked topic, social influence and persuasion. Now see, emotional intelligence may, you need to communicate with the people. You need to change people's attitude, perspective, values. So when you are trying to change people's attitude, perspective, okay, you need to be extremely good at communication. ये जो था, दो बच्चे मिट्टी के रूस से ज्यादा बवासीर, that slogan, that is also way of communication. So how you communicate, etc. And that's what the next topic is, your social influence and persuasion. So persuasion topic may, that you have to persuade. Now see, as a IS, IPS, etc., you have to continuously deal with the people, change their opinion. Government का कोई law है, people should obey the law. Now see, ये Pune Grand Tour was there. Okay, people should not create any rukus, or when you are blocking the road, people should follow that rules, etc. Okay, then how you can convince people, how you can connect with the people, how you can communicate with the people and try to change their opinion. And that's why there is a topic, persuasion. So first understand why UPSC have those topics, then automatically you will understand what to study. So jo bhi technicality I will discuss later on in the class. So persuasion mein, basically, suppose you have to change some person's opinion. Persuasion, persuasive communication. What things you will take care of in communication? How you should communicate with the person? Pardon? So you should be not speaking anything that will emotionally hurt them or so on. So automatically, first thing that you need to take care of, speak properly, politely, that is message, first of all. Then second, when you are doing communication, first thing that matters is, who is my audience? Okay, so for example, I want to change your opinion about Gandhi. How I will change your opinion about Gandhi? So first of all, I have to check who is listening to me. Now, if you are UPSC students, then you have IQ, you are sincere, you came here to study Gandhi and I have 2-3 hours ka time, I will discuss Gandhi very technically. But if I am on social media and someone talks me about Gandhi, social media, you can't explain social media pe Gandhi to any person, or koi person who is not intelligent enough, he has only read WhatsApp information about Gandhi, then I can't go on explaining him Gandhi technically. So what I do, if I come across any such a person, I have G20 leader ka ek photograph. All G20 leader bending before Gandhi ka wo Rajghat pe at that location. I directly send the photographs to them. So why, who is my audience? Are they intelligent or not? So I need to understand first who is audience, then source, who is speaking, how much time, energy I have, that I need to discuss. So who is source, who is audience, then third, message that I need to choose, that I need to speak politely, or if audience is intelligent, I can speak rationally, technically. If audience is not intelligent, I can speak emotionally. Okay, and then fourth आता है आपका medium. Medium means whether face-to-face communication or live communication, or I am communicating them with the email, photo, telegram, social media, etc. Then I need to understand medium of communication, and then comes last, context. Now suppose I am very angry with you and I used bad words about you in German language, Tamil language. Doesn't matter how badly I want to hurt you, you will not even understand single word of it. So what matters is context. Okay, language is one aspect of context. So for any communication to be successful, persuasion, there are 5 things: source, audience, message, medium, and context. And how they influence communication, that is basically persuasion. So tomorrow as a government officer, you have to start any campaign to change people's attitude, values. You need to take into account this aspect of persuasion. And then usi se related topic is social influence. Now see, persuasion means what? You try to change someone's value and attitude through communication. Okay, but most of the time you can change someone's attitude without communication, indirectly also, and that is what we call social influence. Okay, now everyone in the class start to come on time, and even I start class on time. All other students who come late automatically will start coming on time. Okay, so same yesterday I told you example, social influence ka. You are driving a bike alone and someone had an accident in front of you, and you are the only person, you will stop and help that person. But if you are on a crowded road and someone had an accident and 5-6 people are watching, you will not stop. So just because there are other people, your helping nature got reduced. And when you are alone, you help the person. When you are not alone, you do not help. So social influence. So people around you also influences our behavior. And how they influence, उसमें 7-8 theories है that I will discuss later on. Conformity, compliance, obedience, etc. So 6-7 theories are there, and that we have to discuss in the topic of social influence. And then comes आपका administrative ethics का part. Now see, administrative ethics में it's very technical part that I will discuss later on. but उसमें एक topic है laws, rules, regulation and conscience as a source of ethical guidance. This is a very important topic, and entire syllabus is organized under this topic. So what topic says that ethical guidance means if you want to act ethically, what is good? Laws, rules, regulation or conscience. Conscience means your antaratma. Okay, which is good, which is better for governance. They should do something by conscience or they should do by laws, rules, regulation. So basically, okay, when you are behaving ethically, you should act out of your own choice, your own conscience, or out of external law, rule, regulation. अब if you check this ना, तो आपका जो entire syllabus. So basically what they are saying in administrative ethics, if you want to run good administration, if you want to run your country, do good governance, then if you want to do good governance, if you want to run a country in a good way, then what you need? Then there are two things that you need. You need good laws, rules, regulation, and you need to have a conscience means good people. So if you want to run a good country, then you need good people and you need good system, both at a time. So good people, good system. Now what issue is, if you're only good people but laws are not there, good laws, like people like Tukaram Munde, Ashok Khemka, 13-14 साल में 14-15 बार ट्रांसफर, no laws to protect them. These people, doesn't matter, even if they are good, they will get morally exhausted. Okay, and if you have good laws but no good people, then these people will only follow law as long as law is clear. Whenever there is a loophole in the law, they will stop obeying the law. And that's why you need both the things. You need good people, good system, people with good conscience, good morality, and at the same time very strong laws, rules, regulation. So if you have strong laws, bad people will be in check and good people will get support of law. And bad people, okay, will never, in absence of law, okay, bad people will never act ethically. You need good people will act ethically even when there is no law. So you need both sides, good people, good law. And if you check entire administrative ethics ka syllabus na, then you will realize that syllabus is divided into these two parts only. Ab syllabus ka this topic, what this topic says, aptitude and foundational value for civil service. Means what? If you want to be IS, IPS, IRS, etc., which values you should have that will make you good civil servant, means good person. So these values define good person. Okay, so these values are inside you. So आपका integrity is inside you. So officer should be integral. So as I told you, if you want to run a good system, what you need? First hire the good people and then have the good laws. So hire good people means what? So people who are integral, people who are impartial, people who are non-partisan, people who are objective, people who are dedicated, people who are empathetic, people who are tolerant, people who are compassionate. So this is the part of conscience, good people. Now once you have these people, what you need is a good system, law. तो ये जो बाकी values है ना, accountability is in the system. फिर information sharing, RTI का law, code of conduct, okay, codes of ethics, code of conduct, ये information sharing, transparency, RTI वगैरह क्या है? Law, whistleblower protection, law. Okay, so ये जो पार्ट है बाकी सिलेबस का, देन सिटीजन चार्टर. ओके, कि आपका जो गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट है, देयर शुड बी सिटीजन चार्टर, देयर शुड बी प्रॉपर वर्क कल्चर. ओके, दोज आर ऑनेस्ट, हार्ड वर्किंग, उनको प्रमोट करो, दोज आर नॉट, डिमोट देम. देन क्वालिटी ऑफ सर्विस डिलीवरी, क्रिएट अ लॉ सो योर सर्विस डिलीवरी विल बी बेटर क्वालिटी, ई गवर्नेंस एटसेट्रा, डिजिटल गवर्नेंस, डिजिटल इंडिया, ये सारी चीजें. देन पब्लिक फंड, जो सरकार का पैसा है, okay, it should get used properly, there should not be wastage of public fund etc. ये सारा जो पार्ट है is a part of system. Okay, then there is a topic challenge of corruption. अब ये जो टॉपिक है is most easy topic, इस पे कुछ ज्यादा क्वेश्चन भी यूपीएससी haven't asked yet. तो challenges of corruption में, so there are a lot of challenges of corruption में, कि here we have to discuss what are the causes of corruption, what are the impacts of corruption, okay, and how to control corruption, how to measure corruption. So 4-5 topics are there. That's very easy topic. And then there are 3 subtopics, they are also very important. Ethics in international relations and funding. अब ये देखना, yesterday one Iran का boat came to India, to Vizag, and it was there doing war exercise, या अपना normal exercise. And when it was going back, it was shot dead by आपका this US. So it was shot dead by killed, that submarine was killed by the these soldiers were killed by America. Now इसमें they came to India सपोज दे हैवंट लेफ्ट द इंडियन कोस्ट, वो वहीं पे है आपके इंडिया के कोस्टल रीजन में, और सपोज अमेरिका थ्रेटन्स कि वी विल डिस्ट्रॉय दैट शिप, व्हाट शुड बी इंडिया का स्टैंड? शुड इंडिया अलाउ देम टू कम और सो ऑन? सो ऑब्वियसली दे आर इन इंडियन वाटर, इट्स आवर सोवरिन वाटर. अगर अमेरिकन कोई शिप कम्स टू अटैक इंडिया का वो शिप, देन वी हैव एवरी राइट टू स्ट्राइक, इवन अटैक अमेरिकन शिप इफ नीड बी. सो बेसिकली इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन में हाउ यू नीड टू फॉलो इंटरनेशनल नॉर्म्स, रूल्स एटसेट्रा वगैरह, तो उसमें बहुत सारे रूल्स होते हैं. अब ये जो खामेनी का है ईरान का, ओके, अब ही इज अ डिक्टेटर, सो शुड वी बाय ऑयल फ्रॉम डिक्टेटर? रशिया का जो वॉर चल रहा है, वी आर बाइंग पेट्रोलियम फ्रॉम रशिया, बट इनडायरेक्टली इसी पेट्रोल खरीदने से रशिया भी वॉर, ज्यादा पैसा रशिया को मिल रहा है, रशिया वो वॉर में यूज कर रहा है. So is it ethical, unethical? All these such issues that you have to discuss from international relations के perspective से. And then there is a topic corporate governance, business ethics. Now see, I told you first talk, there are three types of ethics. Personal, what you think right and wrong. Another is a profession. But I told you profession are two types. One is government, one is private. Now all these topics that I told you right now, just now, those are administrative ethics, citizen charter, etc. as a government servant. But third is what? Private company. If you work in any private company, okay, what ethics ke rules you need to follow? And that topic is your corporate governance or business ethics. Okay. Now why you have to study corporate governance in ethics paper? Basic issue. Why UPSC wants you to study private company ka ethics ka role? This is because now after LPG reform, 1991 liberalization, privatization, globalization, now there is no difference, much difference between government job and a private sector job. If you are working in SBI and Bank of Maharashtra and you are working in ICICI and HDFC, it's both the same job. Okay. And then when you are running RBI, what you are doing, you are regulating all banks in India, government or public. When you are working in SEBI and IRDA, what you're doing is regulating stock exchange. जिसमें government companies are there and private companies are also there. And when you construct road, कोई भी contract government का, all contractors are people from private sector. Then you should know how to deal with the business ethics, how private companies work, etc. So आपका वो corporate governance और business ethics. And then whatever we have studied till now, ethics का पेपर, मतलब philosophy का पार्ट, psychology पार्ट, administrative ethics का पार्ट, we are going to discuss more than 250-300 concepts, and all these 250-300 concepts all together we have to use, you have to use in case study. Half of your paper will be case study. So in the class I will discuss with you 10, 15, 20 case studies along with model answers. So you will get a very proper understanding of the case studies also. Okay, so now case studies technical part. So as we discuss the syllabus, then while discussing syllabus, I will give you a lot of such a hypothetical scenario, situation. Just say yesterday I told you one situation that you travel to a job at some location, 1 hour daily by bus. Bus is full and 4 people walk in. One handicapped person, one old lady, one pregnant lady, one lady carrying a child, whom you will offer your seat, or whether you will offer or you will not offer. Or suppose you are on an island with 3-4 people on a boat or on an island and there is nothing to eat. Will you kill one of your friend and eat him so more 4-5 people will get survived? Or suppose you are a church father and one criminal comes to confess, serial killer, and that serial killer says that I have killed a lot of people and I am going to kill 2-3 people also in next 2-3 days. Then as a church father, will you tell police who the serial killer is, or you will keep the confession and will not break your oath? Or you are a doctor, one person comes to do he is ill, you did his blood checkup, and in blood checkup you found he is HIV positive, and one of your family member he is going to get married to. Will you tell that family member that he is HIV positive, don't marry? or you will as a doctor maintain his confidentiality. All such ethical issues. Now UPSC will not ask such a hypothetical situations, but in class I will discuss many such hypothetical situation, so you will understand automatically कि भाई how to deal with this. And once you know how to deal with hypothetical situation, then real life case study that UPSC asks, that we will discuss in the class. Okay, so that's all about ethics ka syllabus. So as I told you, okay, you will get my notes, पूरा comprehensive 300 400 ये ethics का book, and then my PPTs, and whatever we discuss in the class, you don't have to study anything else for ethics paper. Okay, so that's all for now. So tomorrow, in tomorrow's class, we will discuss essay ka part, the essay ka strategy, and what we are going to discuss there. Okay.
Thank you, sir.